the BNO Podcast, episode 10. We got another special guest with us. BABYGAS, what's good?
Hey, what that shit do, y'all? How we doing?
Shit, chilling, man, chilling.
Chilling.
Welcome to Manteca.
Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it for
We
sure.
ain't got much out here, but you know.
Hey, y'all got that new little Great Wolf Lodge that I was driving by. That motherfucker, I heard that shit be lit for the
Still
kids,
ain't
huh?
been.
It's
Still ain't
expensive.
You still ain't
though.
been?
Still ain't
It's
been.
expensive. It's like
come on,
400 a room.
But you seen everything it come with? I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie,
I
nigga
mean,
be
it's
paying.
cool when you got
nigga
kids.
be paying $400 a room. That motherfucker only come with a bed.
I mean, it's cool when you got kids and all that, but I ain't got no kids, so I ain't. What the fuck am I
You
gonna do?
ain't
There?
no water slides?
Yeah, but those aren't big enough.
Shit, I ain't been there, so I don't know what they look like in person.
I like big ass water slides.
Yeah, I be fucking with like Raging Waters and shit.
Yeah. Did you ever come out here when they had Manteca water slides?
Nah.
Nah. So they used to have this
The
big
mats,
ass.
the mats,
I never went on it. I was.
You never went on the
I was young, bro. I was scared. Fuck that. Back
He said I was scared.
Because the last time I went on the mats, bro, I had to be like 4th grade.
That's little, bro.
That's
That
not
shit was
little.
like what, 15 stories high?
No.
That shit was
The mats.
tall.
No,
The one that.
mats.
Oh
Not
no
the
no no
mats.
oh no! I'm talking about the one where you had to climb the stairs all the way to the
these
top.
ones? Yeah, I just didn't go on it because I don't want to go on the stairs. Fuck that.
Bro, that shit was.
He said
No,
it was
the
too much
mats.
work.
Yeah, I did the mats. Hell yeah.
Did you ever cut like steal the mats? So so check it out. So when you go to Mexico water slides, right? So you go with the mats. What is it, like 30 minutes, right? Something like that. Like
I don't
15
know.
minutes. It's like 15 minutes. They let so many people in, and each color like they have a mat. So right now it's the green. The green mats are out. So green mats are out, and you go on the water slides, and you're hitting all the different slides. There's like probably like 3 or 4 slides all together in that little area closed off, and then you start paying attention, seeing what colors are gonna pull out. So when they tell you, okay, time to turn your mats, you go turn your mats, and then you go get the purple one because that's what color it is now. So then you stay in there for like another 20, 30 minutes.
Oh shit! Okay,
You play the
okay.
system.
So it was a
mind
way to juggle people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mind you wait in line for probably 2.5 hours.
Was the line that
It
long?
was long, bro. Well, I mean, you gotta think about
I
it.
ain't gonna lie. If it's summer, I ain't went nowhere for 2.5 hours, bro. I need to dip my ass in some type of water, especially down here. You feel me? I
Yeah.
be dry as hell out here.
It's hot. It's
Yeah,
hot
it
out
was
here.
hell hot. Really hell hot. So, guys, recently we met in Modesto,
Correct. Yep.
and you said you just got married.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that. Where you went down and got married at?
Oh shit! I got married in Brentwood area.
Brentwood. Okay.
Yeah. So it was dope. We got like a whole estate. You know, we rented out like 20 acres. It was lit, bro. You know, it was definitely one of the most stressful things in my life.
Yeah.
You know, putting a wedding together. You know what I mean? Because you know, we don't really come from we don't come from money in the sense of like. You know, I know some people that got married and the wedding was taken care of by like both sides of the family. You know what I mean? And for us, it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? We fund everything. You know what I mean? Shit. Aside from not even coming from money, ain't nobody in my family ever been married. So I ain't never knew what that was like. You know what I mean? So getting married was, it was a new experience for me. I had to do a lot of Googling. A lot of Googling and shit, YouTube University and shit, just to do the shit right. But it was cool though. It was definitely a dope ass day. We spent it with like a lot of loved ones. It was small, like probably like 90 people. You know what I mean? But it was like the closest 90 that I had. You know what I mean, including kids and shit. Just because, like I said, the whole wedding thing. I'm sure it means different shit to different people and shit, but. For me, it was just like the next stepping stone in my life. You know what I mean? You find that partner, you finally lock in for real, and then the next step is like just conquering everything you wanted to conquer. You feel me? So I feel like a lot of people spend a lot of time of their life just dating and shit. You know what I mean? And shit, we live in a fucking era. In a generation where marriage and commitment ain't even.
It's rare.
The divorce
It's
rate,
rare.
What's the divorce rate right now?
Shit,
It's
it's
crazy.
like
It's like
a
85%.
lot.
Shit, a lot. Yeah, I don't know percentage.
80,
I don't know
80%.
percentage.
I've been
but-
watching all them like Fresh and Fitted and all that shit, but 80% of the divorces are filed from women.
Yeah, see, and you gotta, it's just like, at least for me, like my wife, that's my nigga though. You feel me? For real, you gotta be able to like really be a team and really take shit over and shit. Some people get married too young. Some people ain't really experienced life. But shit, we blessed to even be here and shit. You know what I mean? I'm 27 now. You know what I mean? And we never thought we'd make it past 18, so it's tight, bro. It's tight to be here. It's tight to be this old, and it's tight to still be, growing up type shit. You feel me? Experiencing new shit.
Did you guys go somewhere special for your honeymoon?
Actually, nah. So check it out. We want to go to Indonesia, so we'll be going to Indonesia. But
that's
our
a flight.
Yeah, but our wedding was in the September time frame. So we didn't want to go to Indonesia then because it was like raining season.
Okay.
And it goes all the way down to like March.
Damn.
So, we said, fuck it. We're going to plan that shit. We're going to do that shit right. Yeah. So I think like you stop in the Philippines. So we'll go to the Philippines, probably stay there for like a day. And then we'll jump ship to, Bali, Indonesia. Yeah, so and then from there we're probably gonna spend like our last week in Thailand and shit.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So
Thailand,
Vietnam.
Thailand's adult Disneyland.
Yeah, because I wasn't trying to do.
No, it is.
No, I've seen it, and I wasn't trying to do like the whole cookie cutterish. Feel like we gotta just like run away right after the wedding and shit.
Yeah.
Like, nah, it ain't. I do shit at my pace, how we want to. You feel me? And I wasn't gonna half-ass the honeymoon. You know what I mean? Plus, you already like finally kind of coming down from the whole wedding. You give a couple months go by, and by the time we do go on our honeymoon, it's gonna be like we just got remarried. You feel me? So it's gonna be dope. It'll be a dope ass experience, and
you don't want to be overwhelmed with all this.
Bruh. Nah, listen.
I couldn't even imagine. I mean, just planning a wedding in general, that's got to be stressful. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, at first, like
obviously the money, it's expensive, but it's like just planning.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. For sure, you spend in the bag, right?
Yeah.
Like if you want to do the shit right. Especially for my wife, like I know for women, marriage is like completely a whole different thing. Like they think about it like when they're young, you know what I mean? It's some princess movies and it's every girl's dream. So, so for my wife, I had to go all out and really make sure that we did it right. But at the same time though, it was like he said, it was just stressful on the fact that we were inviting people. Some people were canceling on us. And it wasn't like your typical like, a wedding that I've gone to where it's like you could come with as many people as you want. Last minute people are invited. Nah, it was one of the weddings where it was like everybody had a seat. You know what I mean? We wanted to do that shit right. Like I said, we don't come from that. You know what I mean? I could have did the typical, Hispanic route, did it at the rancho, and had like the horses and all the extra shit. Had banda come through, but I wanted to do it our way. You feel me? And with shit that we fucked with, and people that we fucked with. I had majority. I had like probably like 90% friends, bruh. Friends that I consider family, and the rest of the people were there. That they were blood and shit, siblings of course, mom of course. But it's just different, bro. You know what I mean? We try to pave the way and hope that we can influence those after us to kind of keep that whole like relationship, family tree growing. I think that's the biggest thing for me, bruh, is like making sure that our family holds that weight, as far as like our name goes. Because I'm not sure if y'all Mexican. Yeah, right. So I lived in Mexico for like a year and a half, and
how was that?
It was dope.
Around what age were you?
I was. This was 8th grade freshman year.
Okay.
So I went to go live out there. I went to school out there and shit too. So one thing I noticed about there is that you can tell what family you're speaking of by their last names and shit, right? And they use both last names. You know what I mean? So it's just a respect thing. I feel like certain last names hold weight. Even out here, like in this country, you say a couple of these Jewish last names. People already know like who you talking about. You feel me? So I think that's what I'm trying to build for my family, is to where like you hear our last name or you hear of our family, you already know like this is a successful family tree. You know what I mean?
That's actually that's funny you said, because one of my coworkers was talking about doing the 23andMe thing, like where you do your DNA, see who you're related to. And my friend was telling me, he's like, dude, you should do your name because I'm Lopez. That's my last name. And he's like, dude, that's
too common.
He said it's a big. He said it's a big name.
You said too common.
It's too common.
I know, it's big.
Shut it, my nigga down.
I know. No, but he said it's a big name, popular name, so you never know. There's a lot of people out there you could start finding your extended family.
Well, like my last name, it's obviously it's another common last name in Latin culture, but in the Philippines, it's like, how to say, it's like they're like the wealthiest people in the Philippines. So
Okay.
when I've met Filipino people like straight from Philippines, like I'll tell them, they'll ask me like my name, like coworkers and shit. They were like, "Oh, Ayala." It's like, man, you guys are rich. And I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Yeah, like in the Philippines, it's like pretty much own the Philippines type shit. Like they're rich. They
Yeah,
got money."
see, and it's just dope to know, like, if you were to, let's say if you were part of that family and you landed in the Philippines and you just let them know your last name, they'll damn near probably escort you to your family, right? So that's kind of what we're trying to build. I think that somewhere along the way, the generations before me kind of like, I would say, fumbled the ball. You know what I mean? I'm sure at a certain point in history, right, everybody's last name meant something. Right. That's how you used to point out certain families and households by their last name. And I don't think that it's as common as it is as it was. So I'm trying to get back to that, bro. I want people to like listen to our last name and be
I get what you're saying, because like his family, like my family, mine and his family are similar. The only problem is my family, after so many people start passing away, the family starts falling apart. His family, they're all still sticking together, and I admire that so much because his family is like my family now. You know, I just went to Mexico with him and his family this weekend, last weekend. You know what I mean? So like, I enjoy being around their family, and I get what you mean by that, the value of the name. You know? Because I put a lot of value in my name, even though it's a common name. I put a lot of value into my last name.
Well, I think that a lot of times too, bro. I feel like a lot of families be like missing that voice, right? Because like I fuck with like I fuck with like a lot of native people, you know what I mean? And I've been to like a few, like reservations and shit, you know what I mean? And one thing that I've seen over there is that like they have like the elders, and they're the ones that bring situations back together. You know what I mean? Same thing like in our Hispanic culture, you know what I mean? You might have like the grandpa or the uncle or somebody in the family, somebody usually older that has like the stronger voice that can like piece the family back together when need to be, you feel me? And I feel like some families be lacking that. So it really goes down to like you said, you get into a fight, you lose a couple of members of the family, or you might have lost that voice. That might have been the person that the family lost and it made the family crumble. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's that person that was holding everybody together that passes. But when that happens, usually somebody else just gotta take the lead. See, like me, I don't know, bro. Like that's one thing about me. Like I'm voicious. You know what I mean? Like if I got a problem with somebody in my family, like I'll voice it, but it ain't also got to be like a fuck you. You know what I mean? A communication is key with any situation. You feel me? Like if you had me fucked up, I'll put it on the table. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's some type of way that we can kind of like talk.
Some people don't like that.
Yeah. Some people don't like that.
If you're coming correctly or being disrespectful, some people just don't like it.
Some people don't like that, but you gonna respect it.
That's who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want me to do?
You gonna respect it though. I think that's one of the things. I got hella like aunties like that. You feel me? Hella my tias and shit are like that, like kind of hard headed. They don't like people speaking the truth. But it's cool though. You gotta respect it though. You know what I mean? You might not like show it in like other people's faces that you agree or respect what I say, but I think that you might go home and think about what I said, and think about like, damn, he had a point. You know what I mean? So sometimes families just need that shit, bro. But it's cool though. Like, what? So y'all went to Mexico? How was that?
Shit. So it was. I mean, I've been multiple times, but I took him. It
was your first time?
Yeah. Well, like to Mexico. He's been to like.
I've been to like tourist.
Yeah, like Cabo and shit.
Yeah, not Cancun, but Cabo, Puerto Peñasco, Rosarito, Ensenada, TJ. I've been to all those places.
But yeah, so I've been telling him I wanted to take him, and I was like, well, I mean, we're gonna go, so you want to go? So we ended up going through TJ because the flights was like 175 round trip.
Less than that. I don't know.
It was like 150, something like that round trip.
Where'd y'all go to?
Guadalajara.
Oh yeah, what part?
Jalisco, right there. Guadalajara.
Okay, for sure.
So like my grandma she lives in the city, so like the area that she lives in is called Colonia Atlas. Okay. So it's like like the Atlas team and all that shit. That's like all that area. But I mean, you ask him how he.
Yeah, that's tight. That's tight.
The flights were, I think, they were $150 a piece. So we paid $350 round trip flights. All we had to do is drive down to San Diego. We crossed the border from the what do you call it? CBX thing. It basically has a bridge built over the freeway. It takes you straight into the airport. So you ain't gotta deal with all the bullshit driving through TJ, going through all the border and trying to get back, deal with all traffic, get to the airport. We park on the American side, go through immigration, go through CBX pass, you're in the airport. You're in the airport. Easy. got
That's
on
tight.
flight, but Valetti's, they took
5-hour delay. I hate that airlines.
We finally land in Guadalajara, like 9 o'clock?
Yeah, like 9, 10 o'clock, yeah.
PM?
Yeah. 9 o'clock. His dad's already there. His dad picks us up. What do you guys? Tacos. What do you guys
All
wanna
day.
eat? Tacos. Let's go eat some tacos.
All day.
He takes us to the spot, and what we get? We got like 6 tacos right off the bat, dude. They were,
Already in Jalisco and shit?
Yeah.
yeah, dude, fire. They were fire. So we did that. We ate. The next day, what did we do the next day?
Well, we woke up, fucking got ready, and then all we did is ate out there. Bro.
Oh,
We
yeah,
fucking
we
ate. We went to.
That's all you want to do.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point.
Yeah. And I didn't know birria tacos is a breakfast thing. I did not know that.
Yeah, but it's not birria. Out there it's barbacoa.
Oh, barbacoa,
Yeah, facts.
So we went to barbacoa tacos in the morning.
Fire.
And you know, probably for the viewers that don't know, real barbacoa and birria is goat.
Yeah.
You feel
See,
me?
and I'm not a fan of goat.
You know what I mean? You're not a fan of goat? Yeah, I'm not a fan of the whole, like, people made a beef. You know what I mean? Like, you get these beef birria tacos, I'm like, nah, that's out, bro. Give me the exclusive shit.
Well, my shit
How you
is
go-
mainly
how you
like
go-
the gamey flavor. I don't like that gaminess. Unless they cook it out a little bit, they like.
I don't know, just the shit that I've tried has been smack. See, I was living in, I lived in Parral, Chihuahua.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I had a little bit of like the city feel and shit too. You feel me? Like out there in Guadalajara, but I also had like the Sierra out there. You feel me? So I went to the mountains with it, and I was in the trenches with it too. You feel me? Because this was like 2009, 2010. You know, and the wars, cartel wars out there was crazy during them times. So, you know, everything was like, you know, full fledged battlefield when I was living out there. And it was cool, bro. It was lit at the moment. Like I said, at the moment I was young. It wasn't a vacation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got my, you know, Hispanic shit. I got in trouble. My mom was pissed at me. Said, fuck that. You go and live with your godfather and godmother and shit. So she sent my ass over there. But it ended up turning into something dope. Like, first country I had ever been to outside of mine. And even though I knew the language, the whole lingo is like different, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, you got tacos at night. You know what I mean? I was fucking with more like the shit that we don't get down here, right? Like, I wasn't fucking with like tacos or burritos, right? Because that, first of all, burritos a little more American.
Yeah.
You can't even find
I had like lunches and shit. They're like tortas and shit. You feel me? The lunches.
Bro. I took her to the spot.
That's a fucking torta right there. That whole fucking thing is a fucking torta.
This place I took him, I wanted to try it. It's called Torta Loca. Bro, that shit was like fast, like pork loin.
Yeah.
Just everything on it.
Bro.
You finished that motherfucker?
Oh, hell yeah.
Whole motherfucking thing, dude. I was so full, but that shit was huge. And we ate the ice.
Nigga belly button about to pop out and shit, huh?
I was just like,
It was worth it though.
it was worth it.
It was worth it though.
And then after that, like, they make sure we ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
See, and I don't eat that. I'm good off once a day.
Yeah.
I may not look like it, but I eat like once a day.
I do at least 2
Swear to
times.
God. No bullshit. They know. Bruh, I'm serious. I eat like once a day.
How you get like that then?
I've been fat. I started getting fat when I was like 12, 13. That's when I started getting chubby.
Damn, you ain't never stretched out, nigga? Damn, that's crazy. My nigga said once a day.
I eat like once a day, bro. On a good day, I eat 2.
Really?
On a good day, I eat twice a day.
I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I love eating, bro.
Well, for one, I like to sleep, so I don't be on a normal day. Like, well, I work obviously later, but so I be getting up by like 9:30, 10. I'm not hungry when I wake up.
Yeah.
Breakfast, I don't like waking up and eating right away. Like I'll do it sometimes, depending where we're at, but this is not my thing.
Nah, like you
Breakfast
feel
for me is like 11, 12.
I'm not waking up and walking to the kitchen, but by the time that I shower and like brush my teeth, like I'm for sure ready. Yeah. Hell yeah.
You really want.
Like when I was working
You
mornings.
a smoker?
Nah.
Oh yeah. See, I get
When
high,
I would
bro.
work mornings, I'd be up at 3, and I wouldn't eat until my lunch at 12.
Yep.
And then I'd come home and eat dinner. So
I ain't gonna lie. When I had a 9 to 5, like years back, you know that was one way that I lost hella weight. It's like working bad, like 12-hour shifts. You know, you get your little small like breaks. You know, you're eating on the clock. Everything's on the clock. You know, now nigga be on the road. Like right now, we got a podcast. Right, we shooting this podcast. I've been on the road all fucking day. You know, it's fucking tempting for me to like hit the road and not stop at a drive-thru. You feel me? Because I ain't ate. So then you get caught up in all that shit. It's a fucking routine, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know, I feel you on that too, bro. Because like sometimes you just naturally big. You feel me? I remember I shot a video with fucking E40. I got a song called "Life in the Ghetto" with E40, right? And at the time, I was vegetarian still. So I had did a whole pescatarian thing for like 3-4 years. And, you know, he came through with some food, offered me some food. Like, nah, bro, I don't eat no meat. And my nigga was like, how you eat no meat and got that belly, bro? Like, you feel me? Like, some of us just naturally big, my nigga. That's just how it is. You feel me?
Like, my lowest I got down to when I was working out, I think it was like 210, 215. That was like the lowest I got down to.
Oh, yeah. See, I can't go that low. Right now, I think I'm like 270, 275. Yeah. Probably close to 280 type shit. You feel me? If I ain't worked out. But I don't think I'll go lower than like 250. You know what I mean? I just need to be a certain type of.
I mean, I'd be fine like at a 250, 240, but you know, like a little
stocky.
You know what I'm saying? With some little yokeness to it. A little yokeness to it. Where I can take my shirt off. You know, they be like, "Ooh, like dad body," but that's nice. You got a little muscle tone to it. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga said dad body, but that's
bitches like
nice.
They like the dad body until the dad body pull up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
big dudes last longer.
Hey, but see, that's some, and see, that's the one thing that I've always said. Like, if you're gonna be a big dude, at least do your push-ups. You feel me? Because like bitches love the stomach, they love the belly, bruh. But you know, it be that chest though.
Yeah.
You know, some niggas be having real titties and shit. Like if you could just do your push-ups every day, have a solid chest. You feel me?
What the guy says in one of the songs, yeah, I'm fat, but the dick good.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You feel me? So you might, you know, I might have to lift it up a little bit. You feel me? But looking like this, you look like
I can't. There's nothing I can do about it.
I told him hop on that Rosetta Stone.
Here. My mom and dad speak Spanish. They didn't teach me.
Oh, you third generation here in this country?
Here, yeah.
Oh shit.
So, I mean,
okay.
So
your great grandparents came or your grandparents came?
Great grandparents came here.
Oh yeah, see, bro.
My great grandparents.
That's the thing with me, bro. My mom came here. You feel me? Like that's and I think that's you know the difference that.
Well, you grew up in a Latin house. They didn't know English neither, right?
Yeah,
so,
nah, they didn't know English, but I mean the pressure's on and cracking. Yeah. You feel me? Like when your mom is the one that came and you're the offspring. You feel me? It's like, motherfucker, you better make something out of nothing because I came all the way over here. You feel me? So the pressure is on. Yeah, so I'm not going to lie.
Both their parents were born here in the United States. You know
oh, shit, okay.
And then my parents, of course, born here in the United States. And I'm born here in the United States. My parents are pretty fluent in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish.
This nigga look like a whole ass Pepe. You feel me? A nigga that can really bust out.
I hate it because I go somewhere and people talk to me in Spanish all the time. And I do try. Junior knows I'll try a little bit, but even then when I pronounce words, they're like I know I'm saying it wrong. Like, but at least I fucking try. So fuck you guys, alright?
He said, "Hey, everybody in the back getting on this nigga."
I know, dude.
I mean, I'm not super fluent, but I know enough. I could carry a conversation and do all that, but
yeah. So I just made him translate everything. And then, when I did get drunk, I started talking. I was able to communicate with your cousin a lot easier as I got drunk. I don't know why. I could understand shit he was saying and why I could. Gas. I got so fucked up. This is how stupid I am. I got so fucked up. I needed more money, and I'm looking for an ATM, and I asked this little dude working inside the club, and a little cholo looking for. I was like, "Hey, donde ATM?" Más dinero. He's like. I was like, and he's all, more money? I was like, yeah. And I was like, you speak English? And he's all, poquito. I was like, all right, I need an ATM. So he walks into the front of the club, and I'm just like, all right. I stop at the front of the club. He walks out. I'm I'm thinking the ATM's like right here in front of the door. And I'm like, ¿dónde vas? Like, what the fuck? ¿Dónde vas? And he's like, he points at down the street, it's a BBVA. I was like, oh, but my drunk ass was like, fuck it, let's go. Like a fucking idiot. I fucking walked all the way down the street with them to go get some.
Damn, to a Bank of America?
Yeah, was it that
BBVA?
Oh, BBVA?
Yeah, Mexico, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
so
for sure.
Bro, I easily could have got fucking kidnapped or robbed or some shit, but this fucking dude, legit, he was trying to talk to me, took me all the way over there. I gave him like, I don't know what I gave him.
They was probably like, this nigga don't speak Spanish. He ain't worth kidnapping. We won't even be able to.
He ain't nobody special.
We ain't even gonna be able to communicate for the ransom.
I gave this fool. I gave this fool like I don't know 100 pesos, 200 pesos. I don't know how much. I gave him some money, and he was juiced. Walked me all the way back to the club. Everything took us back to our section. that was crazy. And I was like, the next morning I thought about it. I was like, I'm a fucking idiot. I don't speak any fucking Spanish. And I was able to communicate with some dude if I can get me to the fucking ATM.
Shit, that's cool though.
Yeah.
And now we
shout out our people for that.
Yeah. We had hella fun though out there, and then we ended up going to the Canterito spot out there too, in Tequila Town.
Sure. Oh, dude, that shit.
How much you think we spent for that big ass thing?
For what?
It's like big ass Cantarito.
It's like this tall. Like that.
I had to walk back to the tables like
shit,
this.
Like what? $10?
Nah. With alcohol? Nah.
There's 2 full bottles of tequila in there.
It was like $150.
$150?
But it's 2 bottles.
Pesos.
2 bottles.
Nah, that's banging. They banged y'all.
Nah, not at all. For the Cantarito?
Bruh.
It is a tourist.
But hold up. Yeah.
But to us it's
oh,
cheap.
it's a tourist area?
Yeah.
Tourist area.
Oh, okay.
But you never heard of the Cantaritos del Güero? The one that's on Instagram when they're fucking sitting there pouring the
Yeah,
bottles?
yeah. The where they put all the other shit.
That's where we went.
Yeah, but that makes sense. They banged
You imagine
y'all
how
for-
much that is out here?
That's like Napa.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
we.
Napa, but for tequila.
This a whole different spot out here, though. You feel me? Let me go ahead and twist that right there. Yeah, this a whole different. I mean, this America, nigga. It's a whole.
Marlon.
It's a whole different country out here, bro. Over here, like 2,400 pesos, my nigga. Nah, that's banging.
That was cheap for
Oh,
us,
too, for
bro.
us.
The way we think about it is, imagine how much it is for one bottle in the club. That's like $300, $400 for a bottle in the club.
Yeah, we got
So we're getting 2 bottles of tequila.
But see, like when I go places, niggas ain't gonna get me like no tourist. I'm blending in like a local. So how many of the people that are actually from that area do you think are paying 2,400 pesos?
Oh, there was a lot. There was a lot of people that were from Mexico that were there.
They were paying 2,400
Yeah.
pesos.
Yeah, they were coming
Yeah,
out.
nah.
The tour bus is fucked up too. We didn't go on no tour bus.
I mean, when I lived in Mexico, we was paying probably like, I'd say probably about like 30, 40 pesos for tequila bottles. You feel me? Because you only pay like what? A caguama, like a 40 was probably like 3 to 5 pesos, bro. You know what I mean? But then again, I mean, it was 2010.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't been there in a long time. I was living out there when the dollar was exactly like double. So a dollar probably get you like 22 pesos. You feel me?
Right,
So,
when we got out there, it was 18 point something.
Okay.
Like that.
yeah.
At the airport, you see the thing. It was 21 when we catching our money.
That's for them to buy your.
I know.
Yeah.
It was 21. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I used to do that when I lived out there, bro.
Yeah,
I used to hold on to hella American money, and the day that it was up, I would
when you
go
go
switch
change.
that shit. Hell yeah. But nah, it's cool out there though. You feel me? Just experiencing new shit. You know what I mean? It's kind of similar to back home, but it's not. You know what I mean? A little bit of everything over there and shit.
Yeah, I never been, so I was just like, I had a blast. I had a blast.
So so you had to translate with your whole family and shit.
Sure.
Well,
That's my
yeah, pretty
friend.
much. Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, they said you want something to eat. You know how that goes.
Well,
you know
because
what I mean?
my dad was,
Yeah.
when my dad was there, my sister was there too. But some of my family, they'll speak like a little bit of English, like they know enough to like certain words and
Yeah.
shit. But I mean, he understood
His uncle
for the
was
majority of the part.
His-
Every time he speak English, he's like, Bobby, Espanol, Bobby.
Yeah, Espanol, cabrón. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for sure, bro. No, that's cool though, bro. I mean, you know,
I
it
told
ain't
him-
never late to learn though. You
Yeah,
feel
I
me?
told him. I said next because they go like every year. So I said next year I'm gonna go by Babbel. I'm gonna learn Spanish. By the time I go next year, I'm
Okay, put that shit on. When he says,
Hey, that's hella funny. Y'all got a house over there and shit. Y'all be going. stay
my
at?
grandma's house, yeah.
Yeah, when I was out there, so I lived in this little like colonia right there in Parral and shit. It was called like Colonia Palmilla. And, you know, you got obviously the cartel niggas, but you also got the street niggas. You feel me? And one thing about them was that there was like this blue and white house in the corner, bro. It was a Salvadorian family. And this in Mexico, it was a Salvadorian family from Chicago. They owned this corner house. And people will wait for them once a year, bro. They used to go every year. And everybody was like, yeah, these are niggas, you feel me? And to me, I have been in Mexico for probably like 6-7 months, bro, speaking straight Spanish. So when them niggas came finally for that like once a year trip, bro, it was like a relief. First niggas that spoke English, we was chopping it up, you feel me? They had came down, nigga. They had American money. I had American money. We was turning up the block, niggas. Like they loved us over there, you feel me? But yeah, for sure, I think that everybody got to experience that shit, bro. If you got any type of like, roots in El Salvador, Mexico, wherever your family may be at. Like, even if you don't speak Spanish, you gotta just take the trip,
For sure.
just to really see like what we come from for real. You feel me?
Nah, that was another thing I told him. I love the hustle, dude. Like the way they hustle out there.
Yeah.
It's second to none.
And
I'm not sure that's any other country that like in El Salvador or wherever else.
And you know what's crazy is like it's not even just like the hustle. Like when you look at our people over there, they have like different confidence. You know what I mean? Because I feel like when you're here, I mean, it's gotten better over the years. People speak Spanish. Things are like in Spanish and English now. But I remember like back when people like didn't speak no English, bruh. The fact that they couldn't speak in English, it like breaks people down. They're not like as confident when they go to certain situations. So when I went to Mexico and I seen them, like this is their world. Everybody here speaks Spanish. It's like, nigga, they get to talking shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? They get to talking shit. They got a different confidence. You feel me? They're like a whole different person. Cause I know a few people like, like my godmother and her family, for example, they lived out in Oakland with us. That's where we first met. And they didn't speak no English. They weren't really hip to the whole like United States, so they kind of walked everywhere like with their head down. You know what I mean?
Well,
and
it's
then
kind of like not embarrassed, but it's like that's like what are they gonna do? How can they talk? They can't carry on a
So when I went to
conversation
Mexico, bro, they was living like royalty though. You feel me? People like tip their hat off to them. Like this is the whoop-de-whoop family. Like you know what I mean?
So like for me, like how like. Obviously they tease me. I don't know Spanish, right? But these fools, they help me. They will. But Franklin, on the other hand, like Franklin, they're from El Salvador. Their parents, Franklin, his brother, his mom, and dad, they were born out there. They came here. What was the thing, Franklin, that we put you on that you didn't really know about, like
all the white stuff.
Like white shit. Okay, like this one didn't know about Bed Bath Beyond. You know what I mean? His mom don't know about Bed Bath Beyond. So I put him on Bed Bath Beyond.
Baby wipes.
Baby wipes. Yeah, like flushable wipes and shit like that. Like
your mom first generation here too?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, and
they just go by what they need. They don't, not all the other extra
there,
shit. Yeah.
You got like the toilet paper over there.
Yeah.
That scratches the fuck out of you. So you come over here, you got the
you got Sean.
the cool one. So you just think that.
But it's funny that you said that though, cause like I say this all the time, like for example, growing up in Oakland. You know what I mean? Like a lot of like my friends that I have that, have like family that's been here for generations. They know proper English or just of different ethnicities and shit. They always like, there's like restaurants they came up eating at, you know what I mean? Like soul food spots, Asian spots, shit like that. And I never knew about those spots till I got older. I think like when I was in my teenage years, you feel me? Because like growing up with my mom didn't speak English, so she not stepping foot in nowhere that she don't understand.
Yeah.
So she'd have never stepped into no soul food. She'd never stepped into no Asian spot. Anywhere where there wasn't like a line of communication, we'd never go. Like I grew up going to fucking Mexican restaurants or Salvadoran restaurants, you feel me, on weekends. It wasn't until I was a teenager or I was roaming the streets that I was like, fuck, this soul food spot smack, or like this Japanese spot smack, and I was able to like tell the difference, cause like I said, bro, my mom's old school Hispanic. She don't know the difference. She call any Asian food spot like comida china. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it'll be a whole ass like Vietnamese, Japanese, like it's you don't really dig into that, until you kind of start learning for yourself. So now, I'm hoping obviously my kids when they grow up, they'll be able to be like, nah, like, nigga, I grew up going to this spot. You feel me? Pops used to bring me here, shit like that. But yeah, it's funny that you say that because mom's was exactly like that too. And I think that's like over the years, our lives changed crazy. And my mom be shopping at places that she wasn't able to pronounce a couple years ago. You know what I mean? So it'd be tight. It'd be tight to be able to elevate and kind of like slowly start embedding yourself in this country. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, for sure. Yeah, like I took these fools to Big Lots recently. They even know what Big Lots was. I was like,
well, when I was telling them too, like because we're talking about, because we usually all go out to eat and shit random ass places, and like these fools and like just like Mexicans and Latinos in general, it's like their restaurants to choose from is like a Denny's or like an IHOP type shit, and it was like, damn, bro, like y'all don't go like any other where, like. And we showed him other places too, and he was like, well, I mean, we go here, like we go there. It's like, it's kind of like outside of the comfort zone. They don't like, they don't really know. So it's like,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I think that it's just like, Sometimes, bro, you know, I feel like it's just a comfort thing. And even though you might not know certain places, like I'm not gonna lie, I was like that till I started getting some money. Like once I started getting some money, I started going to like, you know, I get my fair share of like gourmet restaurants, 5-star shit, dining and shit like that. But I'm gonna keep it real. Like if we being completely honest, like I'd go to those restaurants for the experience because I come from nothing because I ain't never been there. But that shit nasty as fuck. You feel me? I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. All that shit real. That shit nasty as fuck. Especially when I feel played. Like the thing about me, bro, is like
for this and that shit was nasty.
nah. Look,
Yeah.
I spend the most money. I'll spend the most money on food and not ever regret shit. Right? Like I'll go to a restaurant, pay like $2,000. You feel me? To eat like it's whatever.
Yeah.
But when I feel like it's worth it, I walk out happy. Like I've got a restaurant pay like $100 for a plate. They gave me this little handful and shit. Like, what the fuck is this? I'm a whopping $270, nigga. You handing me?
I'm not even full leaving the building.
I'm like, all right, stop playing. This was the appetizer. Where it's at? You feel me? Like,
go spend all that money and then fucking.
Bro, I get mad when I spend regular ass money on food and I'm not satisfied. Like, damn, bro, like that shit sucked, and I just wasted my money on that.
but so you all right? So I'm gonna put you on, right? So I got some people out there in like San Jose. You know, they got a restaurant. They got a few restaurants called Tostadas. You know what I mean?
My sister's been there. She says fire.
Right. So it's fire, right? But I take my hat off to them, you know, just because, you know, they fuck with me. I fuck with them, but they actually just opened up a new branch of that restaurant. It's called Tostadas Prime, right? And what they did was they took our Mexican dishes that you can get at a regular Mexican restaurant, and they made the whole restaurant high end. You feel me? So now you can come and eat, go on a date here and feel like you at this ballin' ass restaurant, but you still eating authentic Mexican food. You feel me? Yeah, like and they still, you know, they add the whole twist. Like it's like perfectly put on the plate. They designed the plate too. Like, you know, you might get like some ceviche and that shit coming out looking hella crazy, but it's still ceviche. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Or so it's like if you get a salad
I like
tacos,
to see
it's like
that.
prime rib or salad tacos.
Yeah, I like
shit.
to see that, bro. Because, you know, like,
something like that, yeah.
you know, you take your girl out on a date, right? And, you know, if you tell your girl, like, put on something nice, we going to go somewhere nice. That you going to think that we going to Roof Chris or some shit like that. But it's dope to see our people create some high scale shit like that you can eventually go out with the family and, you know, make your family feel like, oh shit, we at this little nice little spot, but they serving our food.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely y'all go tap in with that shit if y'all ain't never been to.
Yeah, I heard it's actually really good though, for sure.
No, that shit smack. That shit smacks. And I'm not gonna lie, they fuck with it. They got their own little drinks, all that shit, and it's just a vibe too, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's just the whole, like, you know, depends what type of mood you're in. Me, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Me and my wife, like, we do taco truck tours. You feel me? Like, I'm a real taco shit talker, bro.
We stopped to eat tacos before going to Mexico. We stopped at some place in LA.
You just gotta try them.
Yeah.
You feel me? I did that like Avenue 16 or whatever
That's
was.
the one we wanted to go to, but they was closed.
Bruh.
They didn't open until Thursday.
I'm not gonna lie, them niggas fuck with it. You feel me? I went there one time like 1 a.m. It was cracking.
We went to,
They got
what was
the
it?
tacos.
Tacos a Cabron. That's one that we went to.
Yeah,
I posted this dude just making hella tacos, nigga, and that nigga was speeding so fast. I got like 400,000 views on his video on my Instagram. And they was just scooping up tacos fast as fuck. You feel me? But yeah, nah, definitely, bro, for sure.
Well, I think that's we're running out of time here. We gotta get out of here.
Yep.
But before we go, promote your podcast.
Are we
Instagram,
done?
all that shit?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, BABYGAS is my personal, BABYGAS. And then we got the podcast, man. Saying What You Want podcast.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So for one, I just want to let y'all know I definitely enjoyed the vibe on this podcast. I enjoyed the fact that, you know, niggas didn't hit me with the same typical cookie cutter questions.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it was more like a conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's one thing that I fuck with. I stopped doing press a while ago. You feel me? I try to stay away from like interviews and podcasts just because like
it's the same shit.
I did an album drop last year, bro, and I did like a whole press run, and I probably about like 10 interviews in LA, right, in like a 48-hour span, and bro, I kid you not, I didn't know what interview to share because they were all the same questions. You know what I mean? So like now when I do my podcast, it's called Saying What You Want, where we say the shit that you think.
Yeah.
You feel me? The shit that you thought of but won't say. You feel me? You know, so yeah, y'all tune into that, man. Saying What You Want podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts. We're on YouTube with it too. But yeah, no, definitely, man. I appreciate y'all having me and
Appreciate
shit. You feel me? The shit y'all got right here on the table, I'm taking this home with me for sure. Y'all see that right there?
right.
You feel me? Couple of this little gas right here, the stupido right here that have you being stupido.
Well, hopefully we can get you again. Because he was telling me that you into talking about a lot of conspiracy theories and a whole bunch of other shit like that.
Hey, you know I be high.
So that's down my alley. That's not my alley. So hopefully we can get you next time.
Hey, so look,
Or we go to yours, whatever.
the only way that we gonna do that is if y'all take some shrooms with me.
Oh, I'm scared.
Microdose. Quick little
never done
conversation.
I'll do it.
Quick little conversation, bro.
Naked, I'm hot.
Ah, shit.
I'm gonna be
chill out.
Hey, I'm gonna be under the table like this with the mic. Like,
That's PCP right there. My nigga said I'm about to be naked.
But yeah, nah, because we got a
But
lot of
yeah,
shit
we
to talk
appreciate
about.
y'all, man. I appreciate y'all having me for sure.
Episode 10, guys.
Thank you.
Follow, like,
Last one,
subscribe,
too.
BNO Podcast.
Yes,
guys.
sir.